Yes. In today's class, let me give you a short introduction to the traditional and modern approaches to grammar. So, we all have learned grammar starting from our school days. So, let's see a bit more into it. With language, as we all know, it is a fascinating and complex system that allows people to communicate. And over time, scholars have approached the study of language in different ways. In this, traditional grammar focused on rules dominated for a long time. So, for a long time, for a long period of time, traditional grammar, which focused on rules, was the prominent part. And however, modern linguistics, which is a more descriptive and scientific approach, it emerged later on. And now, see the historical background of this traditional and modern grammar. Traditional grammar, it is also called prescriptive grammar, and it started in ancient Greece and Rome. It aimed to set rules for correct language use. So it is a set of rules. And modern linguistics, it emerged in the late 1800s and early 1900s, reacting against traditional grammar. So modern linguistics, it emerged as a reaction against the traditional grammar. And linguists like Ferdinand de Saussure and Noam Chomsky, they shifted the focus to understanding language as a natural phenomenon. So, approach to grammar. In this, traditional grammar wants to establish rules for correct grammatical usage, and it relies on intuition and traditional norms. It is a set of rules and set of norms. While modern linguistics, in contrast, observes how people actually use language. So, traditional grammar it is an established set of rules, while modern linguistics observe how people actually use language, the applicational level. Okay. And linguists collect data to understand patterns and variations in language, acknowledging its constant evolution. So, in case of modern linguistics, they their main concern or they also consider the variations in language and its constant evolution, which we do not see in traditional grammar. Grammar analysis. In this, traditional grammar emphasizes syntax, morphology, and phonology, and it categorizes words, it defines rules, and guides sentence structure. And modern linguistics takes a holistic approach, exploring the interplay of form, meaning, and context. It also analyzes sentence structure, word relationships, and functions in different languages and groups. Now, let's see the language variation and change. Traditional grammar, it sees language as fixed and resists change. So, according to traditional grammar, language is fixed. It is not. There is no evolution that happens in language. It prescribes a standard form and may consider certain dialects as inferior also. And when it comes to modern linguistics embraces language variation, studying dialects, socialects, and registers. It recognizes the influence of geography, social class, and age on language. So, in case of modern linguistics, it embraces all these areas instead of considering language as a fixed form. And language acquisition, traditional grammar overlooks how people learn language, assuming it's through imitation. And it focuses on correcting errors rather than understanding cognitive aspects of language. While in case of modern linguistics, it studies language acquisition in depth and it looks at how children learn their first language, exploring stages of development, input, and innate abilities of the learner. And it also studies second language acquisition, which in case of modern linguistics. And now, concluding these factors, before that, we'll see a table in comparison of these both. and certain attributes are given, and the same of modern linguistics and traditional grammar are given in two tables. So in case of modern linguistics, the focus is on language as a system, while in traditional grammar, language is considered as a set of rules, or it focuses on language as a set of rules. In modern linguistics, they approach it in a scientific and empirical manner, while in traditional grammar, prescriptive and rule based forms are there. And in modern linguistics, it is primarily descriptive, while traditional grammar is primarily prescriptive. Okay, and what about language change? Modern linguistics, we already told this. That is, modern linguistics views language as constantly evolving, but it is not the case in traditional grammar. Traditional grammar views language as static and fixed. And modern linguistics focuses on syntax, morphology, phonology, and semantics, while traditional grammar focuses only on syntax and morphology. And modern linguistics studies dialects, sociolects, and language variation. And traditional grammar, it has less emphasis on language variation. In case of language acquisition, modern linguistics studies how individuals acquire language, while traditional grammar, it has less emphasis on language acquisition. It doesn't give much importance to language acquisition. And the language universals, in modern linguistics, it seeks to identify universal linguistic patterns, while traditional grammar, it has less emphasis on language universals. So to conclude this, traditional grammar and modern linguistics, these are two approaches to studying language. Okay, these are two different approaches to studying language, and traditional grammar focuses on rules, while modern linguistics takes a descriptive and scientific approach. And modern linguistics recognizes language's dynamic nature, embracing variation, change, and diversity. It considers form, meaning, and context holistically, and emphasizes understanding the cognitive process in language acquisition. So, which method of grammar focuses or gives more emphasis on the cognitive process of language acquisition? It is the modern linguistics. And both these approaches contribute to understanding language, but modern linguistics provide a more detailed perspective on the complexity of human communication. So these are the things we'll have to discuss in today's class regarding traditional and modern approaches to grammar. I hope it's clear. So thank you.